right, y'all. Welcome back to the channel. Shout out to everybody out there who is subscribed to the channel. Shout out to everybody out there who shows support. Everybody who has joined the Patreon. If you didn't know, we got a Patreon now. So join the Patreon if you want to support the channel. I appreciate all y'all. Now, what I wanted to talk about is this clip that I saw on X that's circulating. And this is the Mallory Bros, right? I can't say I'm familiar with their content, but I have seen them posted around in different spaces. And so I know who they are. But they had a pretty interesting take. This take kind of lets you know the climate of where Kendrick is and how people look at Kendrick and the expectations they have of Kendrick at all times. None of the expectations ever subside. It never changes. It never stops. And this is one of the things that Kendrick constantly has to deal with, man. So the Mallory Bros are saying here that Kendrick Lamar's next album is the most important of his career. And that he'll face more criticism than ever before.
I think his next album is one of his most important. Do you know that?
Of course.
I feel like you already solidified your spot with Gorillaz, and I rock with you niggas, man.
And we said that about Drizzy, and he put it out. Kendrick, look, we said it about Cole, and Cole put it out. We said that Kendrick needed to show something.
Kendrick's next project is one of his most important.
It is.
Because it will be the first time you putting out a project with this much hate.
All right, now we're gonna have to stop right there. Already off the bat, man. I don't think I have to tell y'all this, man. I don't think I have to point this out. But obviously, you know, people say things like this, so we definitely have to point this out. And I just don't understand what people be looking at when they say things like this.
Cannot see, I'm legally blind.
I don't understand what people choose to selectively ignore. Kendrick released GNX in the midst of all this shit. On a random day. Listen, man, like we talk about important projects, right? If we're gonna talk about important projects, let's keep it real. Do you know how gutsy you gotta be to have just been involved in one of the biggest battles that we have ever known in hip hop? Have a whole side of people who, no matter what you do, are gonna scrutinize everything you do. You just destroyed one of the rappers that everybody thought was invincible.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm getting cooked.
And you broke this nigga down in ways that they never saw this man broke down before.
It's been a long fight. It's been a long fight, and I just had to have a warrior spirit.
And you just release an album on a random day. And then on top of that, you release this album completely separate from any other drama. People want to say Kendrick capitalized off the beef, whatever you want to say, whatever. Kendrick released GNX. Not Like Us wasn't on that bitch. Euphoria wasn't on that bitch. As a matter of fact, he ain't talk about none of that shit. So to me, it's interesting to see people come here and say, this gonna be one of his most important. No, that was GNX, sir. I think GNX was one of his most important projects. Coming off that battle, GNX was the most important project, and that right there definitely faced a lot of scrutiny. People still talk shit about it to this day.
To this day!
And they talk shit about it to this day because he dropped that project in the midst of all this shit, because everybody was looking at Kendrick like, okay, you won the beef, now what? Okay, motherfucker, here's an album. Hold that. It's not that hard to comprehend, man, but I don't know if they doing this on purpose or they just forgot, but I think that's a very important point that you can't miss.
Because there's a lot of people that's throwing slights at Kendrick, especially we ain't gonna talk about the Lupe shit for real, because it's not really a conversation, but like, there's people that's saying stuff about Kendrick that's like,
what was the Lupe shit?
Okay, y'all. Lupe Fiasco basically had been at odds or trying to be at odds with Kendrick for years.
Was this what he said? Kendrick rap this, but
he basically tried to say he got better albums than me and he got a better team and better, but when it comes to lyricism, I feel like it's a lot of cherry picking. Like, there's a lot of cherry picking. And with that type of take comes people saying stuff like, Kendrick's this. You see a lot more people, as a result of the beef, saying stuff like Kendrick's never been this or Kendrick is that, or people looking to look down on his work. And I think this is gonna be the first time he put out a project where you need to shut motherfuckers up.
Hey, bro, come on now, dog.
You would have thought GNX never dropped. You would have thought Kendrick stayed quiet since the whole damn battle. Like that, I guess Kendrick ain't dropped nothing.
But I cannot see, I'm legally blind.
Cause that's what this conversation sound like to me.
GNX was fun, but even people try shit on that joint. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, yeah.
Some of the lyrics in that joint. And I am looking forward to what journey you take us on next. Cause your next album can't be more fun. You gotta do what you normally do. You know what I'm saying? Good Kid, Mad City, To Pimp a Butterfly, Damn, Mr. Morale are all journeys of your life. If you're gonna take some time off, I'm cool with it. Oh, but that next one, where do we go? You know what I'm saying? It can't be, you know what I'm saying? That's why I said this is gonna be a super important album.
Right.
Not that he has to prove himself, because motherfuckers like to take shit too far. But like, I do think it's gonna be important for us to see. I think it's gonna be super important based on what the field looked like.
Y'all know where Kendrick need to go on this next album? Wherever the fuck he feel like. Nigga, wherever the fuck he feel like. That's one of the things that people miss, man. You gotta make albums when the shit inspires you. Motherfuckers are so used to people just making music just for the sake of making music that they don't know what music sounds like when somebody really puts their intention into it. Whatever the fuck Kendrick feel like doing is what he gonna do. That's the reason why you got a project like GNX. If Kendrick sat there and really said, yo, I gotta capitalize off this moment after the beef, after the battle, and made something related to that instead of making whatever the fuck he felt like making, we wouldn't have a GNX. We would probably have a project that people to this day would be tying to the battle. I'm just saying, man, like, listen, man, one thing about Kendrick that I've noticed is this man makes music however he's inspired to make it. And if that shit mean you gonna have to wait a couple years or you gonna have to wait a couple, so be it.
Even some of the stuff that I thought was in retrospect, my respect was probably a Power Ranger. I bet that was fire. Nigga shit on it. Never seen something like that before. Kendrick. So that's why I feel like...
And it's gonna be a lot of bullshit though, Terrell. You're gonna see a lot of people hate for no reason.
Yeah. But think about Drizzy. Drizzy has a lot of haters, but I'm sorry. He put out an album that even...
It's a fact, and that's why I say
nigga did everything that he had to do.
Kendrick's next album is definitely one of his most important just because of the simple fact that the other big three that you said fuck, they both went and got number ones.
Oh, I have no doubts that he'll go get number one. No doubt.
But this my
he never
thing.
have not done that.
I guess I should have changed my...
GNX, bruh.
But I cannot see, I'm legally blind.
GNX, dog. GNX, dog. After all that shit happened, GNX dropped. Then J. Cole. Then Aubrey. Why are we refreshing this shit and making it seem like GNX never came out?
To change my tune. All I'm saying is Drake put the album out and we can't really say anything.
Yeah, we can. yeah, we can.
Cole, we can talk about every decision he made in the beef. But when you talk about his album, he put respect back on his name with that album. I agree with what you're saying about this being Kendrick's most important album because of the fact that regardless of what anybody thinks about this beef that you won, they showed that they did survive the wave you came in and hit the game with. Did you? You know what I mean?
Oh my God. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Hey, the plot is being lost here, man. Can you survive the wave is crazy. Crazy. GNX, man. We gotta keep mentioning GNX. Sold out stadiums, dog. Sold out stadiums off of that album. And we asking if he could survive the wave? That's crazy.
You drop an album and survive the hate that Terrell's talking about because...
Or out-rap these niggas lyrically because they both put out lyrical...
Right.
They both went crazy lyrically.
Because you're not wrong when you say GNX... If that came out today,
oh, they mentioned GNX. Are they gonna get it?
Yeah, cause you can't squabble up, TV off, turn the TV off. Now your
when
next
these
album,
niggas are rapping like they rapping.
Yeah, and you said fuck them. And a lot of y'all feel like since he did his thing, he don't gotta worry about them. But y'all, the unfortunate thing is, he does, and his fans do. And that's the thing. His fans could never say that he don't need to worry about them because y'all worry about them. It's the Kendrick fans that's under all the tweets where you bigging up the other two. Because y'all know how y'all guy is, and I get it. But y'all also need to know that y'all guy got a very big
He got a tag.
question mark. He might not ever do it. You know that? He might not even put the joint out. I feel like Kendrick might say, fuck it. When I seen him at Disney World or Six Flags where he
You crazy as hell. You think this motherfucker not about to pop out? First of all, y'all piss me off.
Think about it.
Even worse, probably now than ever.
How? He don't have
I had to listen to this nigga Drake do Too Hard for the Radio. I had to listen to this nigga do all types of shit. This nigga J. Cole coming out and saying,
I don't think that Kendrick
I
cares.
think Kendrick's pissed.
I don't think Kendrick even gives a fuck. I think he won and is gonna do the I won, I'm taking my ball and going home thing. Y'all gonna keep shooting at him. He gave y'all the opportunity.
So what? You think you never gonna get another Kendrick album ever?
I don't know. Well, like, I don't think that we'll ever. But also, I just don't think that Kendrick is in. And y'all are gonna disagree with me, but I just don't think Kendrick is. Why would Kendrick even want to do another album?
Because he's an artist. Yeah, I mean, listen, man. That's these guys' opinion. You know, it is what it is. But I think that they're missing a whole lot of things here. And obviously missing the fact that Kendrick came out and struck first after this whole entire thing. And at that, struck first with no rollout, nothing. Just literally just dropped. Just dropped. And y'all think this is a guy that is afraid or cares about how and when he releases music? I just don't see it, man. The short-term memory is there. They see whatever was the most recent album and they feel like, okay, when's your album going to come out? But listen, the thing is that you have artists like Kendrick that don't move on other people's time. It just is what it is. And for the conversation of Kendrick saying, well, I won, I don't got to do nothing, I don't think Kendrick cares. I really don't think that nigga give a shit. That's the funny part about this whole thing. I don't think he cares, man. It's just insane, man. This is it's a crazy way to look at it. And I'm sure in the comments, let's check out the comments. Let's check them out. All right, it said, the twin with the green just doesn't get it, and it's hilarious that one twin is horribly off. If he thinks Kendrick Lamar is done with rapping, when that's what he loves to do, exactly. This will go down as one of the worst takes. First time with this much hate. Drake fans been hating on Kendrick for the last 13 years. 2024 is just when they got hit with a reality check. These two sound ignorant, and to put it nicely. Niggas been winning awards at record-breaking levels, and somehow we're supposed to believe two Glazers who've been on the OVO payroll since 2024 about Kendrick's next album. They said post-battle, you got Drake, It's All a Blur tour, 320 million. Kendrick, 359. Yeah, 40 shows, yeah. Why constantly say dumb shit? Kendrick already showed up post-battle with GNX, culturally and commercially successful. And his track record speaks for itself with great albums. The bought and paid for anti-Kendrick narratives from Drake marketing accounts online isn't real life. So they say, what K-Dot got to do now? Beat himself up? So this one said, the worst thing Kendrick could do is put unneeded pressure on himself because of Twitter narratives. The album needs to be good, but it's not one of his most important albums because Drake fans are going to hate on him. I don't think we even got to worry about Kendrick putting any pressure on himself. Kendrick is not putting any pressure on himself for no damn album, man. Kendrick is going to release when he wants to release, and he's going to release that album when he's motivated to do so. Kendrick didn't have to, and he did with no rollout. Drake has been teasing and this rollout and this album for how long now? This is gonna be Kendrick's most important album? Yeah. I gotta say, I strongly disagree with this take. I really don't think that's where any of this is going, but y'all let me know in the comment section how y'all feel about it. Y'all tell me what y'all think about it, cause I ain't gonna lie, this is a little wild. This is a wild take for them to have, man. I disagree. I don't think this is one of Kendrick's biggest albums, most important. I just think people just want to hear more Kendrick music. It's important to the people who want to criticize and critique it. Maybe those people, they feel that way because they want to measure it against something. And I've always said that's one of the things from this battle that's going to constantly happen is these three are always going to be compared to each other. Kendrick, Drake, and J. Cole. Everything they do is going to be in comparison to the other. That's just one of the results of this whole entire thing. But y'all let me know in the comment section how y'all feel about it. Let me know what y'all think. Till next time, y'all know the vibes. BigZoeTV, let's go.
It's fun to do bad things.
Take off the sweat, now take off the dope, take off the Birkin bag. Take all that designer bullshit off, and what do you have?